I think it's got a couple of things going for it in terms of its level of popularity. Obviously, a great tradition. It's over 120 years old, and great rivalries have built up over that period of time. And I think that's part of the story. I think the fact that this huge flow of tens of thousands of fans across the different countries also adds to the landscape. You've got some fantastic cities to go to as well. It's a wonderful event in its own right, let alone the actual rugby. So from the point of view of all the bits and pieces put together, it showcases the best we've got up here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I think for that reason it's extremely popular.
And how does that popularity and the brand of the Six Nations translate commercially? Let's talk about television first. Is there any prospect of the Six Nations going in at least partially back onto paid television?
We've had a great relationship here in the UK with the BBC over 50 years, believe it or not. So it's been going a long, long time. The BBC have always prioritised the Six Nations as an extremely important property within their portfolio, which I agree with, by the way. So from that point of view, yes, of course we've had interest, but not just from other pay operators, but we've had it from other terrestrial broadcasters as well. So it's an ongoing discussion, it's an ongoing consideration, but the BBC have always stepped up and, paid a market rate for the Six Nations.
And as far as sponsorship is concerned, you've recently renewed the deal with RBS. Did you ever have any qualms, given the issues around RBS as a brand in recent years, about renewing with them?
Not at all. RBS have been extremely good to rugby. Everything from their grassroots programme up to their international level with us in the Six Nations. They've been great partners over 11 years now, so from that perspective I know there's a commitment from the bank. I know it works for them. It helps their business, so from that point of view there was no issues from my perspective. They've been great and loyal supporters with us over a long period of time.
And was it a competitive pitch this way? Were there other brands in the frame for that title sponsorship?
I think it's fair to say that every time this comes up for renewal there are other brands interested in the Six Nations. It is the biggest annual rugby tournament in the world, bar none. So from that perspective, it absolutely is something that major companies would like to look at.